all known about virtual reality for years, but the simulation technology is usually associated with video games. Now it's making its way into the mainstream. The Oculus Rift headset made a big splash at the Consumer Electronics Show in January and was a hit this week at South by Southwest. And while this gadget has not yet hit the market, other brands of virtual reality are already being used for purposes beyond gaming. WGBH News reporter Christina Quinn has our story.
It's got explosions, fighting, and ambushes, just like any violent video game. But it's actually a virtual reality program used to help veterans who suffer from post-traumatic stress.
That you deliver this over and over again so that the person kind of desensitizes to it. It's like watching a scary movie. You know, the first time you might jump at every little thing, but you watch it enough times and it's not really scary anymore. That's part of the kind of understanding and healing process.
Dr. Peg Harvey works with veterans at the Home Base program, an initiative co-founded by the Red Sox Foundation and Massachusetts General Hospital. She uses virtual reality exposure therapy to help veterans recall traumatic events in a controlled setting.
Most often we want to use it with folks who have a little more avoidance, have a little more difficulty either remembering some of the components of their trauma, or maybe they remember it, but they're not really comfortable talking about it yet.
Here, patients can drive a Humvee along a dusty Baghdad road as bombs blast off and a smell of burning rubber wafts through. It's gritty and real. Just ask Travis Weiner, outreach coordinator at Home Base, who also served 2 tours of combat duty in Iraq.
The designers of these programs and the next-gen programs that are coming out have gotten the radio chatter down. They've gotten the tiny details of a Humvee down. They've gotten the local dialect down. And when you combine all these little intangibles, which is something that, you know, as a combat veteran, you think, you know, that they wouldn't be able to. Well, they've done their research and they've talked to the right people and they've got it down so that it can kind of bring you right back.
This isn't the only place where virtual reality exposure is being used in the greater Boston area. Across town, at the Speech Improvement Company in Brookline, people seek help to address a common phobia, the fear of public speaking.
The reason the fear of speaking is so widespread around the world is that it's unique for different people, and it's the reason why you can't just go in and say, picture them all in their underwear.
Company president Ethan Becker had a video game developer create a 3D animated boardroom and auditorium where clients can make mistakes without any pesky consequences.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you.
I gave it a shot and was surprised that I started to feel nervous addressing the group of animated characters.
You know what's funny is that I'm doing my public speaking pose.
Aha! Isn't that interesting?
They are an intimidating bunch, I have to admit. And I'm clearly boring her. She just yawned.
It's cartoons, of course. It's 3D animation. Intellectually, we know it's artificial. But the virtual reality system allows us to help a part of the population that cannot be helped in any other way.
And Becker says that as virtual reality technology becomes more widely available, it could potentially help many others. And there's nothing virtual about that.
The technology behind virtual reality now is cheaper to make, and with more sophisticated headsets coming out, like the upcoming Oculus Rift, we could see virtual reality really take off as a form of therapy.
Okay, but there's got to be some circumstances where real reality is going to be better than a virtual situation.
Absolutely. You make a great point. But there are certain scenarios where it might make sense to use virtual reality for somebody who, for example, if there's someone with an addiction problem who's an alcoholic or someone with an eating disorder, if they're not ready to ease into the real world setting, you could practice it out in the virtual world.
It's worth giving it a shot. All right, absolutely. Christina, thanks so much. Well, as mentioned, the highly anticipated Oculus Rift won't hit the market for many months, but my next guest already has his headset. Jim Cecino is a software engineer and founder of Boston's virtual reality meetup group. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So we were hearing all about this from Hiawatha Bray from the Boston Globe. But how did you get yours?
I saw the video. John Carmack, renowned programmer, said that he had a prototype in his office with duct tape, and maybe we'll do a Kickstarter on it. So then I was all ears, and so day one I was on top of this.
Well, Jim, what do you use it for?
I've been writing 3D graphics code for many years. Mm-hmm. So all of those worlds that I've been creating, this device now allows me to step into them.
But are you doing animations? Are you doing cartoons? I mean, you're not in that world of helping. You're not in the therapy world.
Maybe one day.
Oh, yeah?
I do data visualization. So there's a medical data visualization I have. Some animation, like I have a nice falling leaves animation. So something very relaxing. Could be therapeutic.
Mm-hmm. And right now, what are you using it for?
Experimentation. Just trying everything I can.
All right, well, speaking of experimentation, I said I would go along with this, so what have you got for me?
Well, we've brought the
This could be a mistake.
the well-renowned roller coaster demo.
Aha. We're going on a roller coaster.
We are. So here, let me show you the device. This is the Oculus Rift. So there's a screen inside.
Thing in back of me.
Yeah, and so it's not just an output device, it's input as well. When you move the device, you can see the viewpoint changes to match.
And so you're seeing double images because it's two lenses, but I'm going to see one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
One is delivered to each eye.
Yeah.
So in the 3D environment
Like
of
an eye, it'll be working.
Exactly. That's stereoscopy. It's
Okay.
that
Yeah.
convergence. So the strap here is optional. You can just
Yeah, take that off.
sure, tuck this up here like that. And so all you got to do is just hold it up to your face like this, and as you look around,
All right.
you get a sense of.
Shall I do
being in the
commentary
world.
while I'm doing this?
Please.
All right, I'm really high up on the top of the thing. You're going to get that little butterfly feeling in your stomach.
Take
There
a
you
look
go.
around.
Going around a very rusty curve here, looking at a castle while I'm doing it. So the scenery is terrific. There's the ocean. I'm about ready to jump, I think. You want me to look around? Where should I look?
Oh, just
I
take
see.
it all in.
You see all the different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Oh, the shadows of the castle. And This is very cool. Yes, you've got like a three-dimensional. Oh, here comes my.
Here we go.
And here goes the roller coaster. I'm not going to look down. Oh, yes, I am. You get that sensation, but it's not quite as intense as a real roller coaster. But I feel myself going around the curves, and
there's no actual motion,
I'm moving with it.
Yeah. Feels like there is.
All right, I've had enough. You feel like your body wants to sway with the thing because you don't have on the, the seatbelt for one thing. If I had a seatbelt on, I would have felt a lot more comfortable.
Indeed.
Now, what are you using this program for instance? Just to have fun with?
Oh, yeah, just fun. There's a lot of fun to be had.
Yeah. So how does it work with the head movement? How does it track what you're doing?
Well, there's an accelerometer that can detect the downward direction of gravity, and then there's a magnetometer that can detect north. So with those two directions, we can nail down exactly where we're pointed at any given time. And then we draw the scene to match.
And now, when I walk around, will it do it with me as well?
There's no positional tracking yet. There's been a prototype shown that does have
tracking. Can you switch the program? I know you have another one.
Sure.
I want to see Tuscany now that I went through that.
Okay. Good choice. So, yeah, I brought a couple of programs with me.
We'll bear with it. Yeah, so this is a gaming thing. Oh, he's putting on Tuscany, which is used for like being in a relaxing environment, and you get to walk around.
Yeah, Tuscany is great for that.
All right.
So let's see.
It's taking longer than I thought to get it up.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I wish the Rift Coaster had quit out a little bit more easily.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm ready for it. Oh, yes, this is better than the old. And there's the birds.
We could walk you around if you'd like.
That's all right.
It might feel slightly jarring.
Oh, really? I don't need to walk right now.
Okay.
But another time.
Sure.
Oh, there's a butterfly right in front of my eyes. Well, it is very cool. So it's also three-dimensional. And
It is, in a very real sense,
Yeah.
that all of that space exists in its own right within the machine.
And how does it different than experience in a 3D movie? Because those glasses, I mean, they're terrible. They don't really work.
Well, for one thing, you can't look over your left shoulder, say, in a 3D movie, or straight up or behind you. Whereas with the Rift and the right software in an environment, you can see all the way around.
Right. So what does a pair of these go for?
This development kit was $300.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, but wait, about the computer and everything?
The computer itself costs twice that.
Oh, but so just this alone, but you have to have the playback and all that data that you've got.
Right. You'll want a nice graphics card, nice GPU.
All right, they're telling me to wrap, but I really want to keep going. Oh, anyway. All right, Jim. So, this is very, very cool. Thanks.
It is. Thank you.
I'll be taking that ride again.
All right.